Hollywood only hires their friends. The rule of Hollywood, no, they only hire their friends. And it's in every entertainment field. You go to Televisa, trust me, they only hire their friends, or from the right family, or from this, or all that stuff. So what we have to do is somehow we have to get inside Hollywood, where they start to recognize us as their friends. And then when they hire us, we can tell our story.
This is a business that people tends to be creative. How to Rick? It was for me. He's a very funny guy. I'm not. That's why I'm in a desk and not with a microphone. But this is a business that we are learning how to show to the world that Latinos can be the same as James Cameron or better. Yeah. And James Cameron is a very smart, very perfectionist and visionary. He built the studios in Baja. I don't know if you know the studios, but this is the best water studios in the world, and it's in Mexico. And they were not. It was not built by, it was built by Mexicans, but it was built with his visionary, with his idea that to have a movie called Titanic. Titanic is now the best. For me, is the best film still, because if you put the numbers that are now $14 when 3D and $11 not 3D, and multiply by the times of tickets that Titanic did, is the gross is bigger than his new movie. But still, both are the best movies. So Titanic was filmed in Mexico. It was filmed with 80% of people from the Latinos, either Mexicans or people that came from South. And that can show you or tell you that we can do whatever we want, as long as we believe in us.
There is a difference, I think, between Latinos and others, and I think it's passion. And I see it every day.
¡Qué pasión! ¡Qué
pasión!
¡Qué
Pasión. I see it in every low-budget film to the highest budget thing. You see a difference in the quality of actors and performers from Latin America.
The real problem, I think, is in Hollywood doesn't have many Latino writers and executives and people that relate, because then that's the number one problem we have. We're undercapitalized. Latinos in Hollywood tend not to have the money. The rich Latinos haven't invested in entertainment, and that's the thing that will change it all. Then those portrayals and all those things can change. But until you do that, it's going to remain the same.
Until the numbers and the appearances kind of represent what the country and the audience looks like, I think there's a lot more that needs to happen.
Because there's nothing wrong about showing a narco, but if that's the only character you're showing is narcos, then that's the problem. And that's kind of the thing that people don't understand, because narcos are interesting. Let's face it. Godfather, Scarface, all these criminals are interesting, fascinating characters for anyone. But when that becomes the only characters you see, then you start to say, oh, all Mexicans are narcos, all Mexicans are this, or all Latinos are this. Until we have a spectrum of all what is a Latino. Like, I'm waiting for a middle-class story about some middle-class Latino guy that just, who doesn't speak Spanish really well, who's just a regular guy, who's all those things, because that's more relatable to people.
Not only Hollywood doesn't portray Latinos, but we ourselves in Spanish, when we're talking about Univision or Telemundo, we don't portray ourselves at all like we are. I have an American friend from Scottsdale, and her name is Karen. She said, Marco, Telemundo lied to me. Like, why? What happened to you? He's like, I went to your country, and I always see all the Mexican or the Hispanic shows when I'm flipping through the channels, and I see clowns and confetti and gorgeous women. I went to your country, and people are starving, Marco. Dogs in the streets. Telemundo lied to me. And of course, she was joking. Of course, she has been to Mexico before, but I never, when she told me that, I never thought about it, and then I started flipping through the channels, and clowns, confetti, and hot girls.
Well, I would say
that's what we say about ourselves. We're selling flesh.
Sofia Vergara now, she's a wonderful woman. I think you've known her and met her, and but she's practically playing Charo. On TV.
And they love her.
And they love her, and it's like, what? Like, you know, everybody's all excited because, oh, we have a Latino character on a, you know, big sitcom and la la la, and she plays, and she's like, oh my God, then she's like, you know, all sexy, and I'm like, what? Like, we're not all like that. So I'm a little frustrated with that situation. But then again, this year at the Oscars, you know, it was the first time ever that two Latin American films were nominated in the Best Foreign Film category. So, and I think it was, and I saw it happen, you know, being out there on the carpet, talking to other journalists, talking to people that were covering it. You know, I saw people be like, wow, they make movies in Peru? Like, wow, like, where's Peru, you know? I have my own challenges as, you know, being in my business because I don't look like a Latina in the traditional sense. So they want to hire Latinas, and they're like, yeah, we need to reflect diversity, and we need to reflect, you know, Latinas on TV, blah, 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 blah. Yes, Ana Maria Montero, bring her in. And I walk in, and they're like, what? No, yeah, like, no, you're not tan, and you don't have dark, beautiful, flowing hair, and you're, you know, you're just not what we had in mind.
And the irony is, in the Spanish market, you would be worth so much more.
Well, in Argentina, they love me. I don't know why, but it's different. But in the U.S., I'm talking about the U.S. market, you know, it's very, they want Sophia. Oh yeah, true story. Sophia and I have talked hair many times. We talked about having to darken our hair, you know, and how she's had to darken her hair for her work now. She does not have that dark hair. She's got closer probably to mine, like a light brown. But that's what they want.
It's either in English and we're not there, basically not there, or it's in Spanish, but the Spanish productions made here in the U.S. are actually made in Miami.
Yeah.
And the point of tension with me and Univision there was all the time that saying like, come on, this is the reality. Latino families speak both languages. Yeah. So why does it have to be only English or only Spanish when we, every single day of our lives, we're speaking both languages? And that's a problem, that there's not many shows out there, or there's nothing out there that portrays that. Univision and Telemundo want to protect the Spanish-only thing, which is not a part of our reality.
Only the French think that way.
Yeah, not anymore.
Only the French go, must be a French. And Univision.
I'd be interested in just doing a quick survey, just with the people in the room. Like, what do you guys, do you watch Spanish language television or English language? Or both? Like, English, like, raise your hand if you watch English language more. That's what. See?
Oh, mira.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But everybody understands Spanish in the room, I take it.
Well, there's life beyond soap operas, you know?
I mean, that's kind of what this panel is about. That's kind of what we're living right now. And we've had, you know, all these people that have opened doors for us, and hopefully we're going to help open doors for the third generations, fourth generations. But we're just not there yet. Because you're right, there is a tremendous void. I mean, you're talking and I'm like, like I don't see anything, we've had this conversation, I don't see anything that addresses me. I turn on the TV and I'm like, I don't see myself anywhere. And I'm not speaking just physically, I just see, which is part of it, but also I don't see my, I don't see my values, my thinking, nothing, you know, like you said, reflected. So I think there's tremendous room for growth there, but I'm with Rick, I think we're still at the point where it's kind of like, do what you can.
¿Qué te pareció este panel?
Muy interesante, para empezar, con las panelistas con los que estuve, pues son personas muy inteligentes, artistas y todo, es difícil a veces estar con gente que maneja también la manera de hablar y todo, y muy buenos panelistas, te felicito, pero muy interesante. Yo creo que a las personas que asistieron se dan cuenta de, primero, que es difícil la industria, pero que gracias a haber traído esos panelistas y dijeron ellos todos los obstáculos que ellos ya brincaron, bueno, ya aprendiste a cómo evitarlos o cómo darle la vuelta y cómo llegar a donde quieres llegar, ¿no? Entonces yo creo que fue muy interesante.
Muchas gracias y gracias de nuevo por la invitación y algún consejo para estos estudiantes.
Claro, yo creo que lo más importante es que nosotros tenemos una ventaja. Uno, somos biculturales, que es bien importante ser bicultural. Dos, conocemos o hablamos dos idiomas, que acá en Estados Unidos pues casi siempre nomás hablan inglés, y ya manejar dos idiomas es otra ventaja. Y tres, que como somos latinos tenemos muchos valores que aquí no se tienen, entonces con esas tres ingredientes podemos hacer lo que queramos.
Me pareció muy interesante también para mí a nivel personal compartir con otros latinos exitosos. Y digo exitosos, pero latinos que están haciendo, que están moviendo, que están creando.
Don Page rocks.
Yeah.
Don Page's the best. Love Don Page.
Yeah.